Okay, so we're gonna graph the parent function and talk about its properties to start with. So we've already done this in class. We've already got a little bit of a sense of it. But in terms of looking at it in vertex form, we can interpret it as a is 1, so just standard parabola. It's x minus 0 squared plus 0. So zeros for p and q and the 1 are implied when we interpret this equation. Going from here, I can already tell you a number of these characteristics without even putting it on the graph. So my vertex is a 0, 0. My axis of symmetry always passes through my x-axis, or my x value of my vertex, so it's at 0. Always write it as an equation because it is a line. My range, well, my parabola is opening upward, which means I have a minimum. So my range is starting at my vertex, 0, and going forever upward. My domain is always, always, always allowed to be anything, so negative infinity to positive infinity. So from here, all I have to figure out is my x-intercepts and my y-intercepts. So I might wait until I graph those to see if I can figure that part out on my own. You can make a table of values. You can plug in is another option. So if we plug into here, solving for my x-intercept is a little bit tricky, but solving for my y-intercept is not too bad. Y-intercept means that x is 0. And so we go 0 squared, which is 0. So y equals 0 is my y-intercept. X-intercept, let's play this by ear. So vertex is at 0, 0. Mentally, I can figure out a table of values. I could actually write a table of values, or I can kind of look at the trend that I always see for my parent function. It's that 1 squared is 1. It's symmetrical. 2 squared is 4. And 3 squared is 9, which is off my graph. Now, what is wrong with what I've drawn so far? Even if I add in my curve here, what is wrong with this picture? Well, I don't have any scale. I don't have my axes labeled. So always remember x and y labels for your axes. Scale your graph 1 and a 1, and -1 and -1. So that's my parent function in a nutshell. And here now I can look and I can see my x-intercepts are x equals 0, and there is only 1. So that's my parent function. Now, every other variation on my vertex form, anytime I throw in a number here, all that's going to do is it's going to move this graph around. So it's going to slide it this way, slide it that way, up or down. And it's going to take it and it's going to stretch it out, or it's going to compress it. Okay? But either way, we're dealing with the same general shape. We are always dealing with a parabola.